be sure to drop a like below, guys. All right, guys, it is wheel bearing time. You can see we got some Honda OEM rear wheel bearings. I was gonna go with something a little cheaper, but I didn't want to take the risk. Look at these. I believe I paid 180 bucks for two. I got the wheel bearing kit in the car. I'm about to take that out now, and I'm going to be starting on the driver side rear because this is the side that's making the most noise. All right, so we're gonna get this thing jacked up in the air. I got my jack there, jack stands. Before I get it completely off the air, I'm gonna just zip the lug nuts off, guys. 19 millimeter. All right, so this is the easy part. Well, at least for me. You guys are usually gonna have two Phillips screws in here that are gonna be a pain in the butt to get out, guys. So you're gonna have to use an impact driver, put it in there with a Phillips head and smash it with a hammer so it rotates and frees up these bolts. When I take mine out, I leave them out because they seize in there. Sometimes they snap off. It's just a hassle. So we're gonna get started with taking the caliper off, guys. Looks like we have two 12 millimeter bolts. There's one right here, and then there's one right here. All right, got one free, and then here's the bottom one. See this piece spinning? You're gonna have to stick a wrench on there to hold this to get this bolt out. And that's gonna be a 17 millimeter, guys. 17 millimeter to wrench to hold it. I'm gonna take it a 3/8 extension. Got this thing off. It was honestly, mine was a pain. Oops, that just fell out. Whatever, mine was a pain. This is off. Next, I'm gonna take the caliper bracket off, which is basically 214 millimeters. There's one here, and then there's one right down here, guys. All right, this bottom one could be tricky right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just use a 14 millimeter wrench. You guys could see I have it on there, right? And then I'm just gonna hit it with a hammer. And it worked. Now we could take the rotor. The rotor should just come off, guys. All right. There's the wheel bearing. No grinding, but I am noticing that I'm having a humming noise, guys. And I'm gonna drop that clip for you right here so you can hear what I'm talking about. All right, so basically what I'm doing now, I'm removing the brake line bolt or brake line bracket right here. That's a 12 millimeter bolt so that I can access. There's four, I believe they're 14. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, there is 14 millimeter bolts for the wheel bearing. You could see one here, one there, and then one right at the bottom. So I'm actually gonna spray the crap out of those with some PB Blaster WD-40, and you can see I have the brake line, the brackets loose already, so it's coming out good. All right, these 14s, guys, I was able to get one, but they are completely on there. I mean, this is 215,000 miles of just, wow, that's split out. Dude, look at this. 215,000 miles of just rust, corrosion, and debris. One down, 3 to go. All right, this bottom one, guys, I just got this one. I put the wrench here, obviously, held it with my hand or my finger on that side and just smashed this with a hammer. And it came out actually relatively easy. These ones are coming out basically easier than my caliper bracket bolts were coming out. So Woo! But yeah, to be honest, I honestly thought that these were going to be a lot rustier and just kind of in more of a shot condition. So also don't forget, I had to peel the O-ring out of there, guys. There's an O-ring that sits on this channel. Sometimes it comes off of the old one. So now what we're going to do is just carefully clean out the whole channel basically with some brake cleaner, and we're going to go ahead and put the new one on, guys. Another thing you want to do is also like basically compare the two before you put it on. Just make sure like the bolt holes are the same. You can even try to practice like just making sure that the bolts thread into the new one, which in this case they do. So we should be good to go. All right, now what I'm gonna do, you guys don't really have to do this, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of Honda grease right on the spinning component here. And then kind of around this little channel here. All right, guys, now you're just gonna basically reversal of removal. Pretty self-explanatory. Put your 14mm bolts back in to hold the bearing. Get your rotor on, clean it with brake clean, and basically compress your caliper. And it's basically self-explanatory after that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you guys like this video, be sure to drop a like down below. Drop all your comments down below on what you thought about this video, and be sure to subscribe for some more Honda content, guys. Do it yourself, vlogs, you name it. I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace out. And remember, never stop wrenching. All right, lastly, I thought it'd be helpful to provide the torque specs, guys, of the 4 14mm bolts that hold this hub and bearing assembly on. And these are gonna be torqued down to 47 pound-feet of torque, guys. All right, guys, I forgot to mention in the process too, you're going to have to basically retract the piston back into the caliper, and that could be done with a special kit like this. You guys could see. So you're gonna put this adapter here like against your caliper like a brake pad, and then let me take this off so you guys could see the adapter I'm using. So basically this is the adapter piece. It just clips on and off. Let's see here. So this piece right here, and the kit looks like this. So you can see the piston is all the way back retracted, and it's flush with the back side of the caliper. So we're all set here, guys. We got our new bearing on, and we are ready to reassemble everything and hopefully get this car back on the road to how it was before.